Hello and welcome back to Raising the Robins, Season 4, Episode 7 of Football Manager 2019. And we're just going to open at the screen that gives most of what's happened since last time. So much happened that it doesn't give the full picture, so we'll go through all that anyway. But yeah, as you can see, we currently sit 16th. Game in hand over most of the teams around us, I think. Yep, and we are 10 points clear of the bottom, or the drop zone, as it stands. And we are playing today, as you can see at the top there, Solihull Moors, who are in 22nd. So a good chance to push ourselves a little bit further away from at least the 22nd spot. But Macclesfield can obviously still make it a little bit difficult from the 21st spot and, keep us under a bit of pressure and keep us in distance, I guess. We have obviously got Macclesfield in a couple of weeks as well. It might even be one of the last games of the season. So we're in very much in the last run, the last knock-ins of the season. And this is the penultimate episode, I think. No, we've got two more, I think. Maybe this is season episode 8. I'm not too sure. But yes, we've got Solihull Moors. They're in the relegation places, and they have just sacked their manager as well, who was none other than Tim Flowers, former Blackburn England goalkeeper, of course. But let's just get through with where we've played since the last episode. So we'll just go straight into schedule. So the last game was Tranmere, which is quite a way away ago now, which was here. We lost 3-0, which was the last episode. Yeah, it wasn't a good episode. We then followed up with a 2-1 after extra time defeat to Chelmsford, who are back in the Vanarama South, or no, Vanarama South, I think. The old division we started in, I believe. So they're back there. It wasn't a great result. We rotated though, so I wasn't really bothered about this. This season is just about survival. I don't really care how we get on in the FA Trophy. Ironically, just now in I think the third round, in fact, in real life, Carshalton have just drawn against Barnet. I say just now, yeah, about last week, 10 days ago, from the time you're watching this, I guess. Yeah, they're 2-0 down, got back to 2-2, I think, and then went 3-2 down. I think that's how it worked. And in the 93rd something minute or something, equalised, got 3-0, and it takes it to a replay, I think, at Barnet. And that was a game I was desperate to try and get to, the Barnet game, but I just had a lot of stuff going on that weekend. I just couldn't make it, unfortunately. And yeah, I was absolutely gutted when I saw the scoreline and saw how dramatic and how good a match it was as well, even more so. What a game that would have been to document, especially considering I think Barnet are in our division this year. I might be wrong. Yeah, they are. We drew with them 2-2 a couple of weeks, well, in this run actually, in a couple of games. After the Chelmsford game, we did actually get a bit of interest from Leeds United at the job. They were struggling in the Championship, or possibly even the Premier League. I think it's the Championship they were struggling in. And yeah, they're interested. We obviously turned them down, but it's flattering to be getting championship jobs already when we're running the Vanarama National. But obviously doing quite a good job in the eyes of the higher echelons of the game. We then back to winning ways against Cheltenham. We actually went 1-0 up, but we'll go into the game obviously. Did I just see the name of their stadium? Cheltenham, with the Johnny Rocks Stadium. I don't know what that's about. Anyone want to drop it in the comments, the origin of that stadium? That'd be absolutely fantastic. I have literally no idea what that's about. I don't remember the name of Cheltenham Stadium particularly. I used to know it'd be quite good with my stadiums, but not so much anymore. But we went 1-0 up for an own goal from Dominic Revan on the first minute, in actual fact. But it wasn't very quickly. It was 24 minutes later, but it felt very, very quickly. Got back to 1-1. But Clark actually got on the score sheet. It was his first game, his first ever goal for us. So what a time to get it. 5 minutes after they scored, and then literally nothing happened really for the rest of the match. Not many chances by either side. No one really did anything second half. We went immediately defensive after we went 2-1 up. Well, I went straight on ultra defensive. I shut down all the instructions just to try and make sure that we really did just get a bit of a smash and grab and just hold on and backs to the wall and all that sort of stuff, and held on for a great 2-1 win. But we then did have Barnet, like we mentioned, and I think they were decent as well. Cheltenham were 6th at the time we played them. Barnet maybe were around us or around the higher positions as well. But we went 1-0 down in this game through Scott Cashket on 32 minutes. But we did go 1-1 back to 1-1. Jamie Palmer on 74 minutes. But we very quickly, 86 minutes, went 2-1 down again. But 91st minute penalty, Omar Karoma steps up and secured a great draw for us. I mean, look, they had a lot of shots on target. We weren't bad, we had a lot of possession and whatnot, but we really didn't deserve anything out of this game. So to grab a 2-2 in that game against a team, quite high flying, was a very good result for us. We then went back to Dover, who were 21st, and this was one of the teams we set out at the start of the season. We said if we wanted to survive in this division, the teams around us at the bottom, they're the ones we've got to be beating, and it was part of the survival plan for the season. You know, if we can take an odd point here or there off, you know, the top couple of teams, and you know, nick a few wins of the middle range team, but if we keep good results against the teams around us, we're in for a good chance. But that went out the window this game. We went 1-up actually through Clark, got his second goal of the game, 2-2 I think for him in actual fact. Was it 2-2? No, it wasn't, 2-3, not bad. But then outside the box, as usual, 1-1, Alfie Payne, and he proved to be a right pain actually in this game, because in 2 minutes later he put them 2-1 up, and I was like, okay, this isn't great. And then just before half time, Tristan Abrahams, T Abrahams, not Tammy, put them 3-1 up, and yeah, things weren't going too well. So at half time we got in, tore into them. If you look at the stats, we did not deserve to get anything out of this game anyway. It shouldn't have been as close as it was, and this is a team in 21st struggling and whatnot, and they did that to us. It was really disappointing, but we tore into them. We made a few changes just to try and counteract, you know, how they were set up. What did they? I think they had a 4-3-3 from what I recall. It's been about a week since I actually played this game. 4-4-2. I don't think they started with 4-4-2. Maybe they started with 4-4-2 and switched up. I'm not too sure. But we made changes. Omar Chrome made it 3-2 on 58 minutes, and then very quickly 3-0 on 60 minutes. It was actually a penalty he missed, and he smashed in the rebound. It was a terrible penalty, but he got the rebound. That was all that mattered. But then 73 minutes, they got a penalty of their own, converted it 4-3, and we just couldn't get back in the game. We went completely attacking, went all out for it. We didn't lose any more goals, fortunately, but we just couldn't get the breakthrough. But when you think we had 4 shots on target and scored 3 of them, most days that'd be enough for you, but not today, unfortunately. And then we had York in the league again. We're at home, War Memorial Stadium, and yeah, we changed our system a little bit in this game, as you can see. So we went to a 4-3-3, and it was really just to try and get a defensive midfielder in there, just to try and sit in front of the box and just try and protect those long distance shots, because they've really started to grate on me. They really are, and it might be something we look to implement going into next season. A bit of a changing system, a bit of a change of approach. The first goal they took the lead with in this game was an own goal from Poe. In fact, no, we took the lead. Omar Karoma, it was a terrible goalkeeping error. He's come out of the box to try and header it or do a clearance or something, and he pretty much just gifted it to Karoma, who tucked it into an empty net from about 25-30 yards. So he actually scored from outside the box for once. But it was an error, not just a 30-yard rasp at top corner. Popo then did score an own goal, like we mentioned, on 42 minutes just before half time. It wasn't a great time to score it, just going into half time with our team talk. And then 2-1 on the 81 minutes. It was a free kick off the bar and fell straight back to him, and he straight back to them and tucked it in. And they did also have time to miss a penalty in the 93rd minute as well. But if you look at the shots again, I mean, this team were third in the table at the time, possibly still are, I don't know, possibly higher. But they absolutely battered us, and to only come away with a 2-1 win in that game probably justified the system to a degree. And it's, you know, something we can look at next year and say, well, if we can just close the gap on the players a little bit, we might be able to maybe nick a point in these sort of games rather than getting beat and maybe not conceding quite so many shots against us. But work in progress, still a bit to go. And then the final game before today's episode against Solihull is Fylde. This was a very disappointing game. I don't know where they are in the league. I think they're above us, but mid-table-ish or around us somewhere. And again, absolutely battered. We stuck with the same 4-3-3 kind of system, but we went 1-0 down in this game. Otis Khan getting the game, opening goal. 2-0 down. Otis Khan, I think. No, it was Jack Earing getting the goal. We did put it back to 2-1. Omar Cromer, 51 minutes before they went 3-1 and 4-1. Ray Simmons and Otis Khan again. Much closer in the shots on target. They had a lot more shots, but we probably could have nicked. The 4-1 is probably a bit harsh, let's just put it that way. It was never a 4-1 game, that's even what my notes say, never a 4-1 game. Like I say, I'm remembering this from about a week ago, but even I remember that was not a 4-1 game. So schedule-wise, what were we doing? So I'm trying to think. So this is episode 7, we've got 2 more. So yeah, there'll be 1 episode in March, 1 in April, sorry. So yeah, two games left to go, so I've got quite a lot to plough through to get those caught up. A lot of games to play in the next couple of days at work, most likely, and then allow me to record the rest of the week and get them edited and recorded for next week. As long as I can get Mondays up, it buys me a bit of time. This is Mondays, obviously, so I'll do that tomorrow. This is Tuesday, so I'll get it all done for Wednesday, and yeah, we'll see how we go. But what we'll do now is we'll cut to the lineups for today's game. So as you can see, we have gone back to the 4-4-2 for this game. Despite the progress it felt we were starting to make under that 4-3-3, I just felt the personnel maybe aren't quite there for it. We maybe have a little bit of a restructure in the playing squad if that's something we're going to do next season. Got a few other ideas I've been playing with, and where I've not been having any videos to edit and stuff at work, I've been doing some other bits, but they've just been running in the background. I've been doing a few sort of tactics and a few sort of ideas, putting a few things together, doing a bit of reading on some sort of ideas, philosophies, that sort of stuff. Just trying to piece some things together and try and see what might work. I've still got my dummy Hampton and Richmond save at work as well, so just been trying a few things out on that and just see sort of, obviously not applicable necessarily to Carshalton players we have, but just see what maybe sticks, as maybe works a little bit in principle. As you can see, they've gone with a 4-1-4-1 today, so again, the 4-3-3, the 4-4-2 maybe gives us, I don't know, maybe something to work with there. 4-3-3 probably would, might work on the system a bit better, not too sure, but we're confident with the 4-4-2. We're sticking with it, and Captain Beardyman's doing a Mike Bassett at the moment, very much a 4-4-2 man. That's what we're sticking with in this division as well at the moment. But next season, as we try and build and look to improve, as we go up the seat divisions, I do want to move away from a certain style of play that we got in the lower divisions and try and make us into a bit more of a football team. You know, kind of like a Stoke transition where they, you know, use their physicality and all that to get up the leagues. But then once they were there, they had to kind of adapt, and obviously not the first couple of seasons, but had to adapt and change and try and work on new ways. That was their downfall in the end, of course, eventually, but hopefully not for us. And our goalkeeper starts the first highlight, and it goes into our midfield, and it's headed straight down to their player. And we are 1-0 down within 7 minutes against the team that are in 22nd or 21st. 22nd, I think, so not a great start. We're doing our usual falter at the end of the season. So it's another highlight for Solihull. It's a free kick on the edge of our box, edge of our area. No one's out there with him. I'm not sure what's going on here. We win it back, and this is the chance to break. Clark, he's through, he's got the pace. Can he do something? He shoots it straight at the goalkeeper, and we see too many of those happen. We get the chances, get the pass into space, but the one-on-one just gets saved most of the time. But we have a corner here, near post, not very good. Chance to recycle and start again though, and it ends the highlight. Here we've just done a shout out to them to demand more, but they're coming at us again. I don't know what sort of effect that shout's had. It obviously won't have any effect on this highlight. Clear it away, but no challenge on him again, just falls straight to his feet, takes it out of the air. I'm sure if that was at our end, it'd be our defender heading it back out to them and then delivering it in from about 30 yards. They've got Ince on the ball here. Defensive midfielder, not Paul Ince, but playing like him at the moment. We need to nick it back here, and we had a chance, but we're just not getting the tackle in, and he's at the back. Oh, how has he got that in? How's he scored that? I'm not even looking at it, it's disgusting. So we've had a little bit of a change in shape here. We've gone to more of a narrow midfield, and well, we've still got the wingers out there, just pushed them a bit more further forward. We've given ourselves a defensive midfielder. We haven't made any subs yet, which we might have to do, because we're playing a few players out of their natural position here, but we'll give it a little while to see if it has a chance, because we might actually revert to something similar to what we started with before, but because it doesn't look like it's going to be better as we go 3-0 down just before half time, and a much easier goal than the first two they scored, so maybe not quite the system we want to play. Coming out for the second half here, we've got into them a little bit at half time. I think I'll probably cut that bit out because it's just a quick couple of button presses and not much to see. The assistant manager had it set up for me just to slaughter him a little bit, but we just can't seem to catch a break in this game. Again, I think 3-0's harsh. We have a throw in very far up in their pitch. Brown here finds Davis, back to Karoma, who for some reason has drifted very far out to the left. Sailor, Palmer shoots over when he should be doing, at least be hitting the target there. So we've made our changes now, 3 changes. The right back was having a shocker, so he comes off. We put Corbara up on the right, and Clark switched over to the left, and we brought Bolton on in centre defensive midfield. It's a throw in deep in their half. Doesn't throw it back to us. Oh, that is terrible goalkeeping. We'll watch this one. And we're not going to run our little clip for scoring a goal in that one, because that is not us scoring the goal. He's just, what has he done there? Oh my god. Oh, it's a great pass back from Coleman, and the goalkeeper just sort of stops it on the line and just boots it off the post. As you do. Game on. Oh, and Karoma, he's pinched it away. 3-2. 2 goals in the space of like a minute, and we're back in this game. The subs have kind of, from their kickoff, the subs have made an impact, and Karoma just pounces on a terrible touch. Runs one-on-one, and we finally get the one-on-one Bury, but I mean, it is Karoma taking it. He's a bit more clinical than maybe Clark, the young lad. We're back in this game already. We've made some changes. We've gone a bit more direct. We've pushed the tempo up as well, just to see if we can just eke something out in these last 10 minutes. Going to demand more as well for the last 5. A lot of yellow cards on our team here. one misplaced tackle, and we're down to 10 men. There we go. That's the 10 men, isn't it? Davis is off. We were literally just saying it with 5 minutes to go as well. Stupid boy.
You stupid boy.
We're going to push him more in the middle. We're going to go 2 up top as well. In fact, what we'll do, we'll push him slightly more to the left and push him slightly more to the right, just to give us some cover. And we're going to put him as a pressing forward on support. Yeah, we'll see if that can cause any issues in the last 2 minutes. Probably not. Their goalkeeper, we need to win this ball. Cash in does. Doesn't go to our player though. We need to win the second. We don't, but we gather it at the back. And that's the end of the game. That's a very, very disappointing 3-2 loss. Glad I showed it though, just for that goal we got. Is it given? It's actually given. What? How is it given our first goal as ours? That is okay. I'm not quite sure how that's counted, but okay. Well, maybe we'll run the clip of the goal in that one then, because yeah, it's given it as ours somehow. I'm not too sure. It's given it as our goal. Is it our goalkeeper? Am I getting confused? Have they got a goalkeeper called McGohey as well? It didn't say OG, did it? No, it doesn't say OG. That's our goalkeeper, right? That's a glitch. He's got a goal this season. Quality. Okay. Yeah. Let's leave that episode there. But let's see what we're going to come back for next time. I guess it kind of guesses how much I can play during work time, how much I can get through. I mean, obviously we've done, I think, Sutton and AFC Wimbledon. I think we've got to come back from Macclesfield or Maidstone, you know, because I think they're down below us and in a similar position to Solihull Moors where they are. So Maidstone are down here, Macclesfield are here. Yeah, I mean, obviously it might change between now and then, but I think that's the obvious choice. Macclesfield, and it leaves us 2 to play before we come back for one of these down here. Ideally though, if I can get to Wrexham, I'll do that, because I can. No, sorry, pardon me. I'm going to come back from Macclesfield. I think it's a big game. We've got Sutton just before it. Leyton Orient, I think, are. Oh, fantastic! We've got Leyton Orient and FC Wimbledon coming up. 2 teams looking for automatic promotion. That is absolutely brilliant. Before we play Sutton sandwiched in the middle, which should be a winnable game. Hopefully give us 3 more points to, you know, just eke us that little bit closer. But then we've got a good run. We've got Macclesfield, Maidstone and Wrexham. Where are Wrexham? Around us. So yeah, a team we can look to be trying to take some points off. If we can just hold a draw maybe against Orient and AC Wimbledon, that would be an absolute dream. But then we'll come back obviously for the last episode 9 on Friday will be down here. Like, well, it depends actually. I kind of guess if we're safe or not. If we're safe sort of fairly early on, I mean, either way I'll probably come back for the last game, unless it's all it can do this season is go to the last game, isn't it? That's the very worst that can happen. So we'll do that. In terms of here, we've lost another £750 fine for failing to control our players. Obviously 8 yellow cards in that game. Okay, and we've gone 5 games without a win, which is absolutely, you know, terrible form, relegation form. We're just lucky we've had a good start that we had, but we need to really rally and come back strong for the last sort of 2 months of the season. If you enjoyed today's episode, like myself, then please do drop a like down below. Drop a sub to the channel if you're new here as well, all that good stuff. And any comments as well, always appreciated, and I'll always reply to them. So yeah, until next time for that, I forget what game we said now. Macclesfield, I think it was. Yep, I'll see you later. Take care.